This is how I traveled from Moscow to Texas for the Piano Texas Festival 2025. Unfortunately for me, it was not as easy as crossing the Bering Strait. First, I hopped onto a flight from Moscow to Istanbul. Thankfully, I had known about this trip in advance and was able to get a decent deal on the air ticket. Then, I waited a couple of hours in the airport for the second flight from Istanbul to London. Once in London, I was able to go home and pick up a few things that I would need for the course. Then it was back to the airport to board the third flight, this time from London to New York. This was the first time I flew American Airlines. As far as airplane food goes, I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10. Also, this was the most movies, TV shows, and other entertainment I had seen offered in a flight. With 8 hours of flight time, I ended up watching The Hunger Games for the first time. Anyway, once in New York, I crossed US immigration. I'd heard a lot of stories about how difficult crossing US immigration could be, but thankfully my crossing was pretty straightforward and did not take too long. After immigration, I found my way to the domestic departures at JFK Airport and was taken aback by the number of flags I encountered along the way. The fourth and final flight took me straight to Fort Worth, Texas, where we landed in the middle of a storm. Finally, I took a taxi to the Texas Christian University and checked in for the Piano Texas Festival 2025.